Facing a severe, multifaceted water crisis, which is driven in the main by aging infrastructure, climate-induced droughts and rapid urban growth, all of which are threatening to collapse the system around the country. Let's get a better sense of the nature of the issue, bring in the CEO of the Musina Makhado Special Economic Zone in Gundo Maswime, who joins us now via our video link. Gundo, it's great to chat to you again. Thanks very much indeed for making time to speak to us about this complex issue. There have been briefing after briefing from officials at a local government, provincial and national level. And I wonder from where you're sitting, whether you get the sense that the problem has been clearly and accurately articulated so far.
Yes, thank you. The issue is known and is understood. And if you read government documents on the National Maintenance Strategy and all of there's a number of documents where you can see that the government actually understands what the problem is. It's just most of the initiatives that they started, they were stopped before they could even show any results. An example is the war on leaks. For example, there was another initiative by DBSA to trace infrastructure, water infrastructure across the country, and try to generate digital maps because we don't have those maps. So while the problem is known, what is not known is the extent of the problem because we don't really know where the infrastructure is.
Sure, which is quite the thing. You speak about essentially projects being abandoned along the way. At that point, is there kind of any explanation about why that happened? I mean, is it a lack of good governance? Is it corruption? Is it a genuine not knowing what the potential dangers were going to be?
The pattern that I think government is now trying to address is the situation where there is a change in the leadership, and that change also triggers a change in priorities. And some of the priorities that we walk away from are important priorities. So the issue of war on leaks, for example, how the program ended before the leaks were identified, it's not very clear, but it would have helped City of Johannesburg, and Water was also fully behind it. And it was a good program, except maybe that the people who were trained, because of the short time, they would not have been at the level where they would do what professional plumbers could do. But that the change of programs, is because of the change of administration sometimes.
Sure. You speak about this war of leaks. I mean, for people who don't have an intimate knowledge of what the issue is like, it might seem like a pretty easy thing to solve. I mean, just find where the leaks are and close them. Is it that simple?
No, it's not simple at all because one, water pipes do not have manholes, so it's not easy to know where they are. So it's very, very difficult to trace the pipes. So so they would walk around without knowing where the leaks will be found. They're just looking on the surface. So if there's a digital map of the pipeline, you would then walk right where the pipelines are while you look for leaks. So that was the first thing. Yeah. The second thing is that we don't know where the valves are, and to fix a leak, you must close the valve first. You won't fix a leak while the pipe is while the water is coming out of the pipe. So because we don't know where our infrastructure is, we don't know where the valves are located. That was the other issue.
This is very concerning, Gundo, and you say it with such a calm tone. So we don't know where the pipes really are. We're not sure where the valves are. We know we are losing, I think it's almost 50% of the water that is in fact purified to leaks. And from where I'm sitting, it's very difficult to kind of find the solution. So what happens next? I mean, do we just wait for the crisis to get worse?
No, I think from the state of the nation address, there's an acknowledgement that the solution will not come from local government. Because if you look at the problem, you will realize that the bulk water supply from the Department of Water Affairs, Water and Sanitation, is not so much a challenge. In fact, there are dams that are built, like Nandoni Dam in Bembe District, where the reticulation is what needs to happen next. So most of the challenges of water infrastructure, they are in local government, and more than half of municipalities do not have the capacity to fix them. There's more than 120 out of the 257 municipalities that do not have an engineer in their employ. So, and others have one engineer. So what we need to do is to look at a centralized solution or a regionalized solution from the water schemes, and look at what type of programs can we start at that level, and then recruit engineers to do the work to assist the municipalities.
From where I'm sitting, that seems that might take some time. Are there any quick fixes, short-term solutions, as people try to make do with the lack of water currently?
In all honesty, there are no quick fixes. And the longer we delay starting a program to generate a digital footprint of where all our infrastructure is, not just water, because most of them were lost in 1999 when local government started. So we have to start this it might take us 7 years. It might even take up to 10 years. But it will be easier in rural municipalities where the water infrastructure network is not that fast. And I think what is happening in the city of Johannesburg is really just a warning of what would actually happen when you do not know where your infrastructure is running.
Sure, sobering indeed. The best time to start was a decade ago. Perhaps the second best time to start is now. So hopefully we'll get around to it rather sooner than later. Gundo Maswime, great speaking to you, sir. Thanks very much indeed for your time.